All right, we are live. Good to see you. Welcome to CEO Social. Don't you like the way that sounds? I am going to credit Vandy Flake on that because I think Vandy is the one who coined that. But we are just crushing it and getting better. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm seeing people's assignments, if you will. If you learn something here, then accept that as an assignment for you, right? To go, number one, do it. And then always, if you want to expand your influence, then you go teach it, right? Because when you teach it, you learn it better and you've passed the baton to someone else as well. So I love it. I'm loving what we're seeing. So it's me and Hannah in the studio tonight doing CEO Social. I love this girl. She wants to learn. She wants to learn. She was in Power Hour. She likes to get on Power Hours and then copy the our Power Hour document. She'll bring it to me and have me check it. So I love that she's here to learn. Tonight we're going to be talking about social media strategies. First thing we're going to talk about is our wins. What is a win that you had this week or recently in your social, in your CEO Social marketing endeavors? I'm going to tell you a win, and that is I did a virtual tea today with a woman that I haven't talked to since before COVID. We met via social media. Her name's Mary Kay, and I think we met on Clubhouse in a room and then connected, and she's into coaching parents. It's actually what she does. She coaches parents. She's got some amazing content. And we were just chatting, and the first thing she said was, "Well, Seth, let me, catch me up. But I've had a hard time catching up with you because you're so all over the world. Because I'm watching you on Instagram, and I'm seeing all of these places you're going." And it made an impression on her. That's a win. She sees me now. She doesn't engage, or I haven't noticed her engage with any of my content right now, which of course, would I like to upgrade her experience? Absolutely. But it's a win that, hey, she's watching me. I'm going to turn it over. Take the mic, unmute yourself, and let us know what is a win that you've had recently with your social marketing.
Is Maggie on?
Anybody?
So
there,
I did what was it? I think I did a story on the AM PM reset. I'm saying the wrong names. Whatever, the yellow and the blue bottle. And then I got someone asking to send more information. It hasn't got us anywhere, but we're friends on Facebook, and she shares my post about the dogs, and I invited her to the Zoom on Thursday, and she said she's coming. So it's a new contact.
Absolutely. Now I want to check that statement. It hasn't gotten us anywhere. It sounds like it's moving somewhere. It just hasn't moved to the shopping cart yet. But again, Lillian, that's what Lillian's showing us, is that's the funnel, right? There will always be more people out there than you'll ever contact. That's the big pool. And then there'll be your next pool is the people that actually watch your stuff and you don't know about it. And then the next the smaller pool is the people who watch your stuff and you do know about it. And then there's the people who watch your stuff and engage. And then there's the people who actually follow up on your call to actions, right? And then they're the people who come out the shopping cart, right? And it's always going to be that way, right? So what we're doing in sharing this is just saying that, oh yeah, I see these mechanisms working. I want them to work faster. I want them to work bigger, but they are working. Awesome. Who else? Who else has something to share? Would love to get another win.
I found out that you can follow too many people on Instagram.
Tell us about that, Vandy.
My friend started a new page and she asked me to follow it, and it told me I had followed too many people. And I've had some trouble lately following people and then later on clicking back in and I wasn't following them anymore. And I didn't know why. So about 7,500 is what the max is. So I am going through and unfollowing some people now. Because I want to connect with people that actually want to grow. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who else?
I've had some successes. I would say I hadn't been really doing much with social media for a while because I was kind of tired of it. So kind of since I started doing this, I've started posting more again, and I have had a few things that have had quite a few follows, and I've had people mention to me, oh, they love watching my dogs on social media, and I have a horse and stuff too, so people like to watch that. So yeah, I think that's a success. I haven't had a lot of reach out, but when I connect with people to talk to them, they'll sometimes say, hey, like I've been kind of watching what you're doing and tell me about it. So it's been good, I think.
And Angela, I know that's fabulous. That's people are watching your television station. That's it. That people are watching your media channel. And you have the opportunity to serve, to communicate, to teach, to bless, to inspire, to insert blank. And you get to write what's in the blank, right? How are you going to use this platform? How are you going to use this attention that people are giving you? Now, there will always be more people watching the TV and watching your channel than will ever donate or donate to the cause. And that's okay, right? There'll always be more people watching than those who will respond to your call to action. But again, it's a funnel, and the more action you have going on at every level, the bigger your business is growing. And if you have action at one level, but it hasn't translated into the next level, then you know what you need to focus on as far as your media channel is concerned to continue to extend your reach, extend your influence, and grow your business. I mean, bottom line, do you want to grow your business? Absolutely. That's why I spend as much time and investment on social channels as I do, is not simply for entertainment. I'm here to build something. I'm here to build something, and I'm here to get results, right? So, excellent. Thank you for sharing. I want to revisit, for those who maybe didn't hear, because I know we have some newer faces on CEO Social tonight, a very simple strategy that you can enact. And I'm going to give you all three sides of the strategy, and take whatever you can right now. Don't feel like you've got to do everything, because you can't do everything. I'm not doing everything that I could be right now. I'm ignoring a lot of places that I could be, working on social, just because I haven't gotten there yet. And maybe a year I will be, maybe a year from now, I will be operating those. But to grow your account, be working on Reels, okay, in Instagram. But you might as well, if you're doing them in Instagram, you might as well populate them and do them in Facebook, and you might as well do them in TikTok as well, because you've already done the work. Okay. It's very little extra work. It's just uploading, copy, paste to be able to put them in those other platforms. Okay. But your Reels will be shown to other accounts that aren't following you. That's how you can grow and meet new people. Okay. Number two, you should be nurturing relationships in Reels and stories and posts and carousels. Okay. And if I'm speaking over your head, that's okay. Just take notes and do what you can. You're like, what the heck is a carousel? Isn't that like the merry-go-round? Okay. Don't worry. Just do what you can right now. If you can do better nurturing on Reels and posts and stories, then do that. And we'll talk about a carousel next time or whatever. We'll be doing some training on carousels. And that's where you can nurture relationships at every one of those levels. Great question, Lillian. Let me see if we have some time at the very end to talk about carousels. And finally, you want to sell. You want to have offers. And probably one of the best places right now to give your offers, or people selling, right, is on stories. Okay. So I don't do a lot of selling on my Reels, right? Hey, click here to buy this now. I'm trying to get my reach out on my Reels, trying to nurture in these other posts and in carousels and in Reels. And then I want to eventually just get them to my stories, right? Reels is the attractor. Hey, that guy's funny. Hey, that guy's inspiring. Hey, that guy's amazing. Hey, that guy's on point. and get them hopefully to see me and to know me a little better, and then to see my offers on stories. Now, all of my stories are not offers, okay? Because you will push people away if they get to your story and the story is just a commercial all the time. But more of my stories are offers than in any other avenue. All right, so we're going to jump to the meat of what I want to share tonight, and that is this can be used in stories. This media that we're going to be talking about can be used in Reels. It can also be used in a carousel. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. What we're going to talk about tonight is what I call meet my friends, or just meet me. Go close that door, please. So let me open up. Let me open up a. All right, here we go. So I'm going to give Vandy credit for sure. Oh, no, it wasn't Vandy. It was Melissa Grimes who shared this with me, shared it with me and Vandy. I'm going to give Brandon and his team some credit. So these are what I call meet me's, and we're going to be analyzing these today a little, and we're going to give you an opportunity to start making one this week. And that's going to be the homework assignment. Number one, to make initially one, there's so many applications for this, by the way, but initially a meet me from a CEO business standpoint, okay? Kind of a my story, a business my story standpoint, but this is very applicable to product. This is very applicable to a collagen story, very applicable to what makes me tick. I mean, there are all these applications. We're going to do one tonight, and you're going to make one, and then we're going to upload it into the CEO Facebook community so that meet my friends can happen in a bigger way. You can utilize all the other resources that the team is going to be creating in your posts. Okay, so let me introduce it, and then I'll get to the meat of it, and then we'll talk about questions. So this is Brandon's. Okay, so meet Brandon. And I like this. This is in third person, right? It's not, hi, I am Brandon. It's meet Brandon. So you're basically saying Brandon's my buddy, or Brandon's on my team, or I know Brandon, and I want you to meet him. Meet Brandon. The financial crisis of 2008 really hit him hard. He lost 17 years of hard work and sacrifice due to the financial crash. Okay, boom. Anybody, and I can't see everybody because I'm sharing screen, but does anybody relate to that? Can anybody feel something? Can you feel that there's some emotion there? Can you feel that there's experience? Can anybody actually drop it? We'll do the chat box. I'm gonna learn from Vandy. Okay, drop a 1 if that touches you emotionally somehow as a person. Okay. All right, I'm seeing some 1s. Vandy, do you mind unmuting while I put out a big fire of a 5-year-old? Will you read the last graph?
Sure. So then he was introduced to a similar way of earning money, but without the financial risk of before, because remember, he was had his own business and stuff in the building. So what took him 17 years to build with traditional business, he replaced in 2 years with our online opportunity. So a couple things I like about this. All right. Similar way to make money without financial risk. Then it compares how long it took him in traditional business, 17 years. And then he replaced that income in 2 years. So you can see the growth. He had hit the elite status or executive status. I think it took Brandon 3 years to hit Pro 10. But you can see how it connected, and then he added 2 with our online opportunity. So just those are some of the points that I really like. This isn't going to tell your entire story. It's kind of like even shorter than our little 1-minute stories, because it's just a glance, but it's hitting some of his pain points and what he found. It's those those steps of telling a story. Back to you, Seth. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you, Vandy. This is beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. This gives you a little snippet, but it is a living Technicolor snippet into who Brandon is. Now, Brandon has a million things about him, but we learned really one important thing about him, and we got it pretty clearly without a lot of talk. Okay. And that's one of the purposes for this. What you want coming out of your meet me is, oh, I know who that person is and I can relate to that person. Okay. A couple of things that I do also just really strategic. Do you notice how that this isn't one just long paragraph? And we're going to be looking at others, you know, and they're going to be long paragraphs. But I will tell you one thing I love about this is if you can break it up, it will help people take home a message so much easier. Okay. All right. So love this, love this, love this. This is Jill. Okay. So meet Jill. Meet Jill. She has been ill since about age 16. I mean, automatically you are learning something about Jill. There's no really wasted thought here. With problems affecting almost every part of my body. She was on 10 meds by the age of 40, including steroid and antibiotics on a regular basis. 5 years ago, she got activated and learned how to clean out her gut, support immune system, and restore cells by reducing oxidative stress. Fast forward, now off of 9 meds, sleeps great, has energy back, and a strong immune system, feeling alive and well. Okay. Some of the positive things. Do you know that this lady has a story here? Yes. Is her story going to speak to a specific segment of the population really, really strongly? Yeah, absolutely. Anybody with chronic illness, chronic health conditions, anybody who's been sick a long time, anybody who was on a lot of medications, right? So that's kind of who Jill's story might touch. Meet Darlene. She's a personal trainer. I like that. I love it when you put kind of where you've been from, because this automatically gives people a connection to who you are based on their current experience. Oh, she's a personal trainer and she turns 60 soon. Notice how she's using that to her advantage. People are looking like, wow, she looks great. She's looking great at 60, right? She has struggled her life with self-confidence and recently spoke in public about how she is helping women over 40 earn income for retirement. Like, the cool thing about these is they're generating curiosity. Do you see that? It's a meet me, and ideally there's a curiosity thing here. You'll notice that there's a picture in picture bottom right-hand corner that's telling that story. Oh, right. She's speaking to women recently about how she's helping women. Love that. Meet Holly. I love this one by Holly. Meet Holly, a homeschool mom, equestrian coach, and trainer. Again, and notice she gave 3 things that she does. Why? Now, you don't want to give 10 things that you do. I promise you don't really want to do 10 things because people are going to shut off after about 3. But all of these kind of just flow. And yet she's going to touch somebody who's a mom, who's into horses and coaching and training. Okay. She and her husband have been self-employed for decades. They love their work, but it left them with little time to do what they loved with the ones that they loved. When she realized what she had in her hands on with this opportunity and how it can benefit the health and finances of others, she went to work and is now a 6-figure earner and able to spend her time how she chooses. She loves showing others how to do what she's done. Okay, so this one gets a little more specific. Really specific about this opportunity. And we not necessarily have to go there. I'm more interested in just a little general idea to introduce people to us at small bites. But again, I love this. Meet Jessica. She was a top Parks and Recreations professional who loved the people she served, but was dying on the inside as her job was super demanding 24/7. She always served others first as a civil servant and lost herself in the process. Thanks to this online business, she now gets work done when she wants, where she wants, and who she wants with. Life is good. So you kind of get an idea, get a flavor for some of these. I'm going to fast forward through some of them just because of our time. Let me go. Okay, meet Vandy. Tired of climbing the corporate ladder, realized she wanted more time with her kids, specializes in helping moms build on social media, make money online. Okay, boom, 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 boom. And here's mine. Meet Seth. Break. Unsatisfied and worn out after 10 years in corporate America. Break. Had a dream of being a be-at-home dad and fulfilling his potential. Break. Expert at supporting women to jump their wellness journey and build cash flow. Boom. So what I'm not gonna say is there's one way to do this. I've just given you like 5 different approaches. But we're gonna make some for the CEO team, okay? And put the CEO logo on it because it brings us together. It's a message, okay? But here's your assignment. Your assignment this week is to build one of these. Now, a couple of points. I would pick a nice picture, okay? I would pick a nice picture. My picture was literally taken with my phone, so it's not a professional photo, okay? Vandy's may have been a professional photo shoot, and that's cool too. Pick a nice picture, but I would pick a lifestyle picture over a glamour shot, okay? Because we're social creatures, right? We pick something where you're doing something. Vandy's got her feet in the pool, well, her foot in the pool, for crying out loud. She's out in the sunshine in real world. I'm in Japan, okay? It happens to be in front of Odawara Castle. And I asked my brother to take my picture. Now, if you don't have a picture that you want to use, go take one. Have a friend take one of you. You could take a selfie. I am going to recommend that you use, pardon me, that you use the portrait mode. If your camera has a portrait mode, okay? Or if your friend's camera has a portrait mode, because portrait mode will put the focus on you and it will blur your background. And do you just see how crisp that makes me look? It makes me jump out and look like amazing. It looks like a professional photo. Okay. So here's what you, number one, you need a photo. Okay. Number 2, the first thing it's going to say is meet blank. It's going to be meet, and then it's going to be your name. Okay. Number 2, suggestion. And again, I'm going to give you suggestions, and we're going to have a similar flavor between all of us, but I'm not going to say you have to do this and you have to do this and you have to do this. But if you follow the form I'm giving you, all of ours will coincide a little more, and we'll look like a team that are all have a variety to ourselves and a uniqueness, but we'll have the same uniform. Does that make sense? Okay.
Get it?
I've got it. I'm just trying to get sound on it.
All right. So next, put something in about your background, about your professional background, about some of your training, about your career, or something like that, right? In other words, this many, I said I was 10 years in corporate America. Okay. That's one thing. Put some emotion in there. Okay. My emotion, or my feeling, the emotion was I was unsatisfied and worn out. Okay. Don't use my words unless they're your words. Okay. But find that emotion there. So next, put a dream, or put what you wanted, right? There's got to be some place that you want to go, and that's how you're going to connect with people. Everybody's going to know my dream. I'm going to be the dude who people knew that wanted to be the be-at-home dad and be his, and fulfill his potential. But I'll tell you, the thing that sticks out is, oh, that's the guy that wanted to be a dad, right? That's what I wanted. That was my dream. Okay. Now, at the very end, I put what I'm good at. In other words, without saying, this business gave me the opportunity to be a be-at-home dad. Okay. I'm just kind of going and making that the default. I'm an expert at doing this, right? I'm an expert at supporting women to start their wellness journey. So I'm hitting a couple of things. I'm talking and I'm pointing my finger specifically at the woman who's between 30 and 60, who values her health and wellness, and or who's interested in business. Like, that's the person I'm talking to. Everything on here is striving to communicate that to that woman. Okay, so we got 3 minutes before we got to end. So we've given you a template. Oh, and put the CEO logo on there. And Vandy can tell you how to do that. I think she's doing it in Canva, right? I'm doing it on Studio, which is a different app. Doesn't really matter where you do this. You can edit these in Canva. You can make these in Studio. You can make these on Instagram. You can make it on your Instagram Reels or your Instagram Stories editor, and then just hit the save, and it'll save it to you never have to publish it. You can just save it to your, pardon me, save it to your photo reel. Oh, there we go. Vandy says text logo, LOGO, to the following number, 409-710-0010. And man, she's got this down. I love it, Vandy. You're amazing. And you'll get the CEO logos, which you can then upload to whatever editors you are using. Okay. So Vandy's got the template down there: meet, your name, some emotion, some what you did before, a dream or what you wanted, and what you're good at. Okay, or expert, or what you got out of this. And again, you've got all of these options to use. We've thrown these options into the CEO Women thread. They will also be thrown into a thread on Facebook, and I'm going to open that for you. If you go to Facebook and go to our CEO Creating Entrepreneurs Online community, this is our Facebook community. This is our team community. Okay. We got like 4,000 people in here. If you're not part of it, go answer the questions and request to be a part of it, because we communicate, do all kinds of training, have all kinds of stuff in here. Meet my biz friends. Post your meet me pick here. Okay. So I'm going to hit comment. I'm going to add a picture, and boom, I just added mine. I'm going to add Vandy's for her. Okay. I'm going to add a bunch of these others that we were looking at, just so that you can look and see what other options there are. Now, what you can do with these, and maybe we'll talk about this in a coming on Thursday, or in a training upcoming, is, well, how do I make a story out of this? How do I use this? What this is raw, I should say raw content. This is content that can be used in various ways. For example, I'm going to be making a reel and saying, I just wanted to introduce you to some of the, like, who is social marketing for, right? So who can do this social marketing thing? That's a video of me. And then I'm going to pop up every 3-second intervals, like 5 to 7 of these. And then I'm going to close it with a video and say, you don't have to have this or this or this to be successful. All these people came from different backgrounds, and they're rocking it as CEOs. Boom, over and out, right? I'm not asking people, do you want to join me, right? I'm just educating people on what kind of people are running CEO Social with me. Does that make sense, right? Will you drop a 2 in the comments if you got something out of this today? And additionally, if you have questions about this project, this assignment, go here to the CEO Facebook community, go to the Meet My Biz Friends post, and we can continue the dialogue here. If you're like, well, how do I do this? Or how do I do this? How do I, what font do I, blah, blah, blah. We can continue the conversation there. Fair enough? And that is going to bring a wrap. Let me stop sharing. Thank you, Vandy, for your help today in putting this together. And I'm going to hit the stop record button. If I can find it.